My name is Rich Pasini from Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Today I want to talk about sales on eBay. How are your sales doing? Are they doing good? Are they fair? Are they underperforming? Are you making any sales? No sales? Slow sales? Snail sales? I have a few, so I have more than a few windows open up. I just want to expand a little on the topics, share a little information that I come across with you guys, and hopefully it may be of some help, maybe some interest to you guys. Maybe you might want to, act on it. I don't know. That's coming up. Stick around, guys. Okay, for those who are new and those who already been subscribed to me, know that I do not read everything verbatim on these websites. I'll give you the URL, tell you where I got the information from, and if you want to pick up where I left off, that's totally up to you. The website right now is the next few of them, or more than a few, is going to be from e-commerce bytes. And let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. Now, mind you, some of the stuff here is going to be probably outdated. Not outdated that bad, but dated where it's not going to be previous information, but within this year. Let's put it that way. Have you ever heard of Navruz? I didn't know what Navruz were at the time. I mean, honestly, I didn't know. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to cover up. I didn't know what it was. So what I did is, being curious, very curious by nature, I did a Google search, and I wanted to find out what the acronym is for Navruz. Well, I know you could have, people say, well, you could have just read it in the article. I know, I could have, but I was just curious. I read the title, and I said, oh, what do I find out about it? And then when I did find out that Navruz is no longer a registered user, I didn't know that. I was looking it up, and it's over here at the bottom, right here, as you can see it. No longer a registered user. Are you familiar with Navruz? Because I wasn't. But anyway, that led me to go to this window here, because with eBay there are some acronyms, and I don't know if a lot of people know what they're all about. If you get an older person in the late 70s or 80s who is shopping on eBay, they might not know what MIB is, or MIMB, or MOC, or NFRB, or COA, or NOS, or OEM, or OOOK, NR, NWT, and so on. Did you know what a lot of these are? Some I know, but not all of them. Like, I wasn't sure of OAK, one of a kind. NR, no reserve price. This one I'm familiar with, original equipment manufacturer. NOS, new old stock. Certificate of authenticity. There are a lot of people out there that don't know what these acronyms are, especially if you're an older person. Like, if I told my sister, who's up in age, I say, you know what a MIB is? She said, man, what's MIB? Oh, that's an eBay acronym there. It's abbreviation for mint and box. Or how about a MIMB, mint and mint box? Or how about a MOC, mint on card, and so on. That's what happens when you're very curious like me. I'm very curious by nature, and I always want to know things. I always want to learn. I always want to move ahead. I always want to stay ahead of the curve, so to speak. But anyway, going back to this story here at the, I'm not going to read too much into it. There's not very much to read, to be honest with you, but I'm going to read it anyway. It says this one came out July 1st, 2019. eBay sellers gobsmacked by number of Navruz. And this person's writing into Ina Steiner, who is the owner of e-commerce bytes. It says, Dear Ina, I've been selling on eBay for 17 years, just for fun. I decided to look at my oldest feedback, and what should certainly be a sobering sign for eBay management. I was blown away by how many former buyers and sellers are designated as no longer a registered user. If you're a long-time user, take a look at the oldest feedback. It's a real eye-opener. The number of ex-eBays is astonishing. Astonishing to say, Lewis. Now, you wonder why a lot of them bumped off eBay, and I think the reasons for that is, even myself at one time, I thought about getting off of eBay, close my account and go elsewhere. I think a lot of people that are closing their accounts and going elsewhere is because they don't like all the little shenanigans that's going on within eBay. All the new updates and all the new rollout programs and fee increases, final value fees, and They should could. Someone said they should call it Feebay. Right? No, but this is not. That's not my words. It's coming out of somebody else. I mean, I didn't say that there. That's coming out of somebody else's mouth. Yeah, and then and I think what's going on with eBay, what's transpiring with them, trying to make the site more, in favor to help the sellers. I think in some cases it's hurting the sellers. There's an old saying: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it alone. But when it comes to sales and stuff like that, I've been reading I have a couple windows opened up, and if what I'm reading is true, I'm not, the reason why and that's another thing, folks, I want to share this really quick with you. The reason why I put this information up is because I don't want you to think, you guys out there to think, I just can draw this stuff up in my head just to make videos. That's not the case. Okay. That's not what I'm all about. I don't put up videos just to sit there and make videos, spew things out of my mouth. I get the information. That's why I always tell you where I get the information from. Now, I love e-commerce bites. I think it's a good, viable source of information, especially when it comes to e-commerce business. I think it's really great. I love it. And I subscribe and I get their newsletters. And if you want some good, informative information, you may want to subscribe as well. Okay. But anyway, I just want to share this story with you. There's a couple other things I want to talk about really quick. Well, try to anyway. Now, this one here came out April 11, 2019. I think a seller wrote in, and it says eBay responds to a sales slump. Try a new strategy. Now, this person here was kind of a little bewildered the way it sounded like. It goes on to say, Dear Ina, just want to give you an update on the eBay new updates. I'd like to note that after December sales disaster, I was pleasantly surprised that my January sales were better than my December sales. I sold 143 items in January, which is twice as much as I did in December. Much to my surprise, it looked like February brought better news. It was selling for a few items per day, and it did not suffer a single day without a sale. I wish I could be like that. I really do. Which is something that I was getting used to. The bomb exploded March 1st. I think after the new updates, eBay is performing again. Sales are not happening again. I called, and they were in denial of any problems on the site, and I got the usual response from the supervisor in California. Maybe what you're selling is not what people are looking for at this time. Now, I heard that too. Somebody said that about my merchandise at one time too. They said, maybe the things you're selling people, and it's true. It's possibly true. Okay, maybe the things I'm selling it's not desirable. It's not something people want. It's not in high demand. But then again, if you do have something that's high demand, you got high demand with other sellers too. You got a high demand. A lot of sellers that may be selling the same thing that you're selling. So anyway, it goes on to say here, my answer to him was, well, how could you explain that? A top-rated seller who has been on the site for 19 years with the perfect feedback, using all the supposed tools that eBay insists we use, like promoter listings. Sells 143 items in January, 185 items in February, and so far 9 in 11 days this month. Okay. It goes on to say here, there was silence, and then he told me perhaps I needed to come up with a new strategy. I thought to myself, what strategy? Bottom line, they have stated playing with the site once again, and I fear it will only get worse. It goes on here, I invite all your readers to look for the listings without signing into their accounts, and they will notice how they've gone to town the past week advertising. Similar sponsored items, another similar sponsored items, people who viewed this also bought this, and the most famous one of all, our pick, and even more suggestions at the bottom of the page. I wonder now, more than ever, about the upcoming disaster eBay will become in the following weeks. Ina, as always, thanks for all your information, RJ. Now, this story was posted April 11th, 2019. So we're still in the new year. It's still new to me. It's still new news because it's within a year. That's what I consider it. Anything after, anything prior, backdated a year ago, whatever is a year old. But to me, this is still viable news. Now, a lot of people probably saying, well, it's that time of the year. We're in July. I agree. People on vacation. 4th of July is, all right, it's unfortunately it's coming during a week, right? It's a weekday. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was on a weekend, right? But anyway, it is what it is. So what I'm trying to say is there's always the excuse game with eBay. I remember one time following another seller on there. He was saying, well, sales are slow because it's the holiday. Christmas is coming around. Then another one is, well, tax time just came around, so people might not have money to spend during the tax season. So that's probably why sales are slow. Near the Christmas holiday, well, people are probably going to the malls rather than shopping online, which I think is a lot of malarkey anyway, because I think you get more. My personal take, I have relatives that do all this shopping online near the Christmas holidays because of the better deals and the incentives that these companies offer. But it is what it is, okay? Now, I don't want to expand too much on this particular page here. Let's go to another one. I printed out twice here? I'm sorry, I might have did it twice. Let's see. Okay, well, all right. Now, this one came out last year, okay? Now, let's see here. I just want to see something here. I want to make sure I got the same. Okay, this one came out May 26th last year. Is eBay sales down due to throttling? Now, let me ask you guys a question and tell me if you heard of it, okay? And that's the other thing. Every time I ask people leave comments, nobody leaves comments. I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to leave the comment. That's fine. But if you do think about it, right, well, this give you something to think about. Were you ever familiar with throttling on eBay? Because I wasn't, okay? I wasn't, just like I didn't know what Nauru meant, okay? I had no clue what Nauru was. That was an acronym or an abbreviation for no longer registered user. I didn't know, okay? That's why when I do these videos, I call it the reseller news, eBay news, or whatever news you want to call it. That's why I bring it to your attention, because you, as me, I can't speak for you, but I'm just saying, but you may have not heard of throttling. Now, I never knew about eBay throttling. Seriously. And you could do a Google search on there and you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes up. Now, for example, again, somebody wrote in, Dear Ina, I'm an eBay seller for the past few years. I'm just trying to figure out why my sales hit a brick wall. My sales are down 80%. I think mine down even more than that. Since the same time a year ago. I'm a part-time seller with less than 200 items, but I usually average gross about $27,000 a year. My sales for this month so far, 466. I wish I could even make that this month. Is this caused by throttling? It is ever going to end? I've asked eBay and of course no answer. But I thought maybe some of your regulars might have discussed the situation. Thank you for any information you may have, L. Now, if you read the comments, somebody had written over here, I experienced the same. I'm just going to read this one comment. I'm going to move on because there's quite a few. There's a lot more in here. I experienced the same thing. Once you start to lose sales, your account is throttled on visibility. The only way to improve your visibility is with sales. That's how eBay works. As you can see, it is a terminal. It is terminal, with no way out. Sorry, this is happening to you. I went back into the work. I went back into the workforce and have no eBay stress. I feel his sentiments because right now that's the way I've been feeling lately, and it looks like I may have to end up going back to the 9-to-5 job. But what can I say? We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to try to ride it out a little bit longer, and if it does, then I do what I got to do. Okay, so now if you're not familiar with this, there are a couple of windows open up here about throttling. Okay, now some people may say that's a lot of BS. I don't believe in the throttling and stuff like that. Look, again, this is not coming out of my mouth. This is what people write in and you talk about. Let's click this one out. Okay, here's one over here. This story came out May 26, 2019. eBay denies throttling sellers' offers. Okay, eBay denied throttling sellers' ability to send offers to interested buyers, a feature it offers that many find useful. During the recent eBay weekly chat, a seller said they would like to use the feature more, but for some reason eBay is throttling my efforts. The seller actually tracked how many times occurred over the last 14 days. 82% to 99% of my wanted listings or watch listings are not eligible to send offers. Let me just expand on that little topic there. I had the same situation. I was able to send watches, make offers to watches on mine. But here's what happened. You may want to keep this for yourself. You're going to probably have to refresh the screen after you do each one. At least I had to. I was getting this crazy message, you cannot make an offer at this time, when in fact I could, because I had more than one watch run there. Okay? It can be done. My suggestion is, if you're going to make an offer to a buyer, a potential buyer, and you get that message, refresh your screen and try it again. It worked for me, and I was able to get all the people watching my items. I was able to send them the offer. So try refreshing your screen before you get yourself all worked up over it and everything. So then it goes on here. eBay moderator Trenton responded, stating it was due to his buyers having to set their preference so they do not receive. Though he also offered to take a look at specific examples from the seller. If the buyers who are watching an item have elected not to receive these kinds of offers, now this is what he's telling people as to why they maybe not be getting offers. It goes on to say here. It goes on to say here, if the buyers who are watching the item is not elected to receive these kinds of offers, you will not be able to send offers on those items. Okay, so looking at this here, eBay kind of explicitly explained as to why that would be on the buyer's end. But I'll be honest with you, if a lot of buyers, or sellers in some cases too, because they're also, also buyers, if they're not familiar on how to set up the perimeters in there, they may not, they may not change that there. So all I'm saying is, I would think, it depends how you are, how you feel about having messages or having the sellers contact you. If you feel they're gonna impose on you and stuff like that, with bothering you, then you would get involved. You'd probably do more research on it. I never even knew about it, to be honest with you. Okay, I never knew about it until they rolled out this program. This is something new they rolled out. I think that was in the spring update for 2019. I think they were talking about this. The only glitch I had was that when I was trying to send the offers, I kept getting a message, you cannot send it at this time, or something along that line. I said, it's BS, because I just did one or two of them and it worked. But on that particular third one, whatever, and it had nothing to do, it wasn't fluky, it wasn't anything to do with the seller, with the buyer. It just didn't work. So I refreshed the screen. Then I was able to go back in there and do it. Okay. So here, the next one I'm going to show you is kind of like how eBay contradicts themselves in regards to not throttling. Now let's move to the next window now. Okay. On the next window here, it goes on to say, leaked. eBay hidden limits throttle seller sales. This came out, now this is an oldie, came out December 8th, 2014. Despite eBay's denial of hidden seller limits last year, again, it's December 2014, right? We're talking, December 8th, 2014. So we got to keep that in mind. It's not like 2018 they're talking about. It says over here, despite eBay's denial of hidden seller limits last year, many sellers reported evidence of such a practice. Last week, an eBay employee revealed seemingly inadvertently that secret limits do indeed exist, resulting in throttled sales no matter how much the seller tries to grow. We have raised this issue with eBay last December after a long-time platinum level seller had tried to unsuccessfully increase his business on eBay. He had hired more employees, increased the inventory and listings, but could not grow. But he couldn't grow beyond his current sales. He then stumbled upon a fact that eBay has placed limits on the amount on the account without his knowing. See, it's the little shenanigans like this that they do that probably is the reason why you get, as that saying goes, naroos, right? Because, people are probably fed up with all the little things that eBay's doing over here. They keep playing these games, and what happens is you get the seller He may be a power seller, and you know, whatever. He might be making thousands of dollars in sales, and you're over here doing this to the person. Of course, they're going to get disgusted, and they're going to say, "Yeah, I'm going to go elsewhere." You know, it is what it is. You know, but for me, like I said again, I never knew about throttled sellers. Okay, I never knew about that. Maybe you guys did. I didn't. Okay. Let's see what else it says over here. I'm kind of like skipping down here. All right, let me just read this here so we don't get caught up in the mix over here. It says, I had reached out to the eBay at the time and asked, why does eBay show seller limits to only some sellers? For those who want to learn what their seller limits are, if they're not visible in my eBay, how do they request to be shown, and how do they request higher limits? And then I'll go on to read here. Now, you could read this here yourself because I'm not going to get too much into it. It's quite a bit of reading here. I'm not going to go into it right now. All right. But I do want to move to the next window. Now, remember, with this one here, okay, it says over here, remember this, despite eBay's denial of hidden seller limits. So check this one out. eBay reveals when and why it hides sellers' sales. This came out July 1st, 2018, exactly a year ago. All right, a year and 2 days ago. All right, now, it goes on to say here, beware when running a sale on your eBay listings. Shoppers may not see it. eBay executive Bob Cuppins, who I believe is not there anymore, revealed on Wednesday. Now, this is coming out of his mouth, supposedly. I didn't see that. I wasn't there. I didn't attend any conference. Revealed on Wednesday that if sales aren't good enough, eBay will suppress them. Now, I think he's no longer with the company, but here he is. He's an eBay executive, right, making this statement. That they may, then it goes on to say that they may be unwelcome news, but at least sellers now have a greater understanding on how to deal with the new unannounced policy from eBay after 6 months of uncertainty. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about. Now, for those of you guys out there that are wondering, geez, why are my sales slow? Could it be this, that, and it? Could it be throttling? Look, I'm a small-time seller. I hardly bring any money in for them anyway. You know, so I mean, I want to share, but I do want to share some other information with you in regards to this. So just stick by me if you could. Here's another one here. This is from the eSeller Cafe. This came out. Let me give you the URL first. If it's https://esellercafe.com. This story came out May 14, 2018. eBay being accused of manipulating search results on some listings. Okay. Then it goes on to say, Addy Rice, CEO and founder of Sales Freak, is accusing eBay of manipulating search results of listings that appear to dropship products from other merchant marketplaces like Amazon, Walmart, AliExpress, etc. He claims that his company has found there has been 25 to 50% drop of listing impressions on effective listings. Hey, join the club. Join the club. But anyway, you could read this story if you like. I gave you URL. I'm not going to get into it because I got other windows you can see up here, and I want to just touch base with you on it really quick. Okay. Now, here's what I want to share with you guys. You ever come across these type of things up here? The seller is currently away until July 5th, 2019, and is not processing orders at this time. You could add this item to your watch list to purchase it later. Now, here's the thing with this, when you come across these messages. Now, you're probably saying, well, how did I come across it? Well, let's go back into my screen here. Well, here I am over here. I'm sorry, guys. Let me back out. Let me go to the Hamilton Beach Coffee Pot. I was getting ready to list this. This is my list, and you can see it here. Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. And I was getting ready to do my research. And when I popped it in, I copied in the ad, the title. And lo and behold, it brought me to this. It brought me to this one. All right. Now, what I was going to say is, in some cases, when a seller is on vacation, one seller's vacation or vacationing is another seller's sales, hopefully, right? Now, you might say, well, what are you saying here? What's the point you're making? I picked, this was given to me, right? And when I did my research on it, I said, let me look it up. And this is the exact one that this person's selling here. I didn't put their user ID or anything like that. And I said over here, they got to buy it now. And all right, you could also answer your watch if you want. But if you notice, it's with a buy it now. There is no make an offer. They have 3 available, 3 sold at $68,000. I'm selling the same exact thing. The only thing mine is missing is the user guide, which is, I don't really know if you need a user guide for it, because basically you put water in there, you put your coffee in there, and boom, you're good to go. But as you can see, it is new. It's an open box item. But this is what I'm talking about. Now, I haven't seen these in a long time. But then again, who's to say? I mean, I'm sure they all have them out there. I never really put my, my eBay my eBay listings on a vacation hold, because I very rarely go on vacation. And if I did, I'd take my laptop with me, because I always want to be in the know, so to speak. I always want to be there. I want to be in the loop. In case the best offer comes up, I don't want to lose it. And that's why I would never do this here. Now, by this person being away, suppose the person doesn't want to wait to July 5th. They want that maybe next day or whatever. So this person here, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they could lose a sale. Okay? And that was the same thing, I think, with the, let's see, with the jeans. Let's see if I had the jeans here. Oh, okay. I got the wrong one here, guys. I guess I bumped out of the wrong screen. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me go back to that screen. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Well, here's the listing. All right. Now, it just happened to be, I was doing research on eBay. I wanted to see who else was selling it. And I typed in exactly what was here, right? I got the information off the label. And lo and behold, I came across this. Now, this seller selling the same exact pants, is going to be away from July 8th. So most likely, and this is what a best offer here, all right? They're going to probably lose out in the sale, I would think. But then again, who's to say? I mean, maybe the person is a repeat customer. They might say, no, I'm going to wait for that person to come back. That could happen. But for the most part, when I see things like this here, folks, that's when I embark on it, okay? The reason why I'm saying that now, I could, the way it gives me a little leeway is I can copy and paste this title, do research on it, see where it comes up. And that's what I did with the Hamilton Beach. Let me see here, something here. There's a cool little program. I think I talked to you guys about it once before. It's called watchcount.com. And I was doing research with the Hamilton Beach. That's why you see it up here a couple times. You see it up here. You see it over here. Well, my computer will work. I want to see where it is and where was my listing in this here. Now, somebody had stated that if you're going to do research on your own particular listings, don't sign in. Right now, I'm signed in. No, I'm not signed in. You can see it says signed in. They tell you if you're going to do research, don't do it on a signed-in account. Do it off to see where you stand. Now check this out. There's 24 results. I typed in Hamilton Beach coffee percolator, and if you notice, you don't see mine here, right? You don't see it here. I know that would look like mine, but it ain't. I don't have the booklet. Nope. So I did my research, and I came across another one I typed in. This time I typed in my title, and I came in third on the list. As you can see, this is mine. I'll prove it to you guys, which is not too bad. All right, there it is, Shop RJ Pasini. Now, here's the thing. With this little program called watchcount.com, let's say I want to get back to this slot here. All right, I want to see if I can get onto the top here. All right, I want to be here. I don't mind people say, well, what's the big deal? If you're a little below it, whatever. I don't want to be that way. I want to be on. Let me go on this one. I went to the wrong window. Let me close that one out. Okay, let's get rid of that window there. All right. So to keep everything in sync here. Let's say I want to be on the top here. Now, there's one or two things you could do. You could just copy it, but it's got a different number on there. Where mine, I think, is the 407 or 406, whatever. I got the number here. But anyway, I went over to watch count, and I did this. I typed it in, right? And you watch count, and how to get to it, you just go to watchcount.com. Like it says here, what's most popular on eBay, voted by eBay users. Now, so I want to be on top of you. This guy's got 3 watches. I only have 1. Now, I believe he's got the same pot I have. Let's just see. I want to make sure this is the right one. I want to beam it up a little here. I want to blow it up and see. 40621R. Let me see what he's selling his for. Okay, he's got the 406 one. So I'm going to try a little experiment. I'm going to go back to mine. And I'm going to put the number in there if I can. Let's see if I could do this here. Might not be enough room. Let's see if I can revise it and put the number in there. It's 46021R. Oh, I think I can. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to try putting the number in there. 40621R. Yeah, 40621. Okay, let's put that in there. 40621R. And we're going to refresh it. We're going to update it. And let's see what happens. I got a little time to work its way in there. Okay, and we hit that. You got to always make sure you hit that done so it redirects. And let's see where we end up on this one. Now, whenever you're refreshing the system or you're making a change to it, it's going to take a little time for it to move around. Okay, now if you could see here, it looks like I moved up 1. Now I'm almost next to this person here. Okay, let's try refreshing again. Okay, well, I know this is me. I already showed you the box. I know that's mine because that's the price I'm charging. So you see, just by adding a model number, that helped, even though I don't see it over here because this didn't update properly. All right, you're going to see it right over here. That's this number here. Well, the 40621, it should show up. Now, let me just see something else. There's something else I'm curious about. Now, you see what this guy put here? Electric pot. Let's go back here again. Let's go back here again. Let me look for that listing there. There we go. I want to try an experiment here. You guys might want to do the same thing. Let's revise this. Let's get rid of this. Nope. Yeah, I want to get rid of this title. Okay. I want to get rid of the title, and I want to try something. I'm going to go back over here, and I think I got this guy's window open up. Right? Electric pot. Let's see if I got him up. Yeah, okay. I think this is it, right? Is that the one? I don't think so. Let me just go like this. I'd rather go this way. You go this route. Okay. Well, maybe the same way. Anyway, I'm going to click this on. Now, he has the difference between his. He's got coffee pot and the model, but he doesn't have that R in there. Okay, let's see if I can copy this here. My computer will be nice enough. Okay. So let's go over here. And let's go back to the revise. Pop this guy in here. What else? Hamilton Beach. Okay. Oh, let me put the R in. I don't know. Well, let me see without the R. Let's see what happens without the R. Let's see what happens here. Let's save it again. Whoops. Let's save it. You know, folks, if you had to do this with a lot of listings, it's really time consuming. I mean, this is just, I'm showing you one thing right now, but could you imagine doing this for a whole bunch of them? Okay. So let's go back over here and see where it comes up here. Okay, so that's good. Now let's go here. Let's see something on not down to the watch count. Oh, all right, his is still there. Mine's still in second place. So most likely it's not going to. I don't even think. Wait a minute. I didn't think it did that whole thing. They put that whole. Let me see. They put the whole address in there. Yeah, electric coffee pot. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the R in it just to make. Just want to see something here. But anyway, guys, you know, I don't want to take too much time with this here. I'm just going to put the R in this so I know what kind of model it is here. All right. Yeah, watch. Imagine putting that there. It makes a whole heck of a difference. That would be crazy. I don't think that would happen, but anyway, I want to keep it all. I want it because I want the model number to be correct. I mean, he left it out. Maybe they have two brands, maybe with the without it. I don't know. Let's see. All right, so we're going to leave this over here, and we're going to click over here and see when we refresh the screen what happens here. Okay, I'm still holding in second. All right, so that's not too bad considering. All right. Now there are other ways to see if you could even get it up higher in other search rankings by playing around with the title. But I'm not going to do it right now because, like I said, I don't want it to be too long here. Anyway, I'm going to close out this video. You're probably wondering what was all about. I'm trying to show you how I do the research on it and try to get sales and stuff like that. You could use this watchcount.com, very good, and it'll give you an idea of where your item is showing up in search. Like, in other words, how many people it's gotten, how many views, you know, what the listing prices are. Now, if you notice, you don't see my my email address here. Right. All right. Anyway, my system's a little crazy today. Okay, but anyway, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Okay. So let me bump out of here. I hope this information helped you. I hope you got a little takeaway from me. You understand what I'm talking about here. In some cases, I think it's good information, but the most important thing is your research. So let me bump out of here really quick. Well, that concludes this video, folks. I hope you got a takeaway from it, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini, and you're watching Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Until next time, bye-bye now.